With Labor Day a few days ago and a long weekend behind us, what exactly happened? I wasn't glued to my phone because I was in South Carolina, but I will recap it for all of you guys today. Hawaii had a second wildfire, but no one is talking about it. Burning Man flooded and killed one person. Biden goes to Delaware for a vacation, but he swears that it's not a vacation, guys, because he doesn't even own a house there. All of that and more on today's episode.
Facts over tracks, isn't that spitting slow, spitting fast? I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
As you may know, Monday was Labor Day and we don't have work, and that's a plus. But what's the point of having a holiday on September 4th if we're not going to have one on November 7th, Election Day? We know that this is an important day in America and we must have it as a national holiday, and I'll explain why. This would ensure that all voters can make it to the polls and cast a vote to ensure a secure election, but we must not stop there. We must also verify every single American voting. This is to make sure that they are supposed to be voting. We can do this in many different ways. Use any government-issued ID. Why, might you ask? Well, I'll explain. In Massachusetts, they are trying to make it so illegal immigrants, can vote in elections. It is so undeniable that if we were to go ahead to another country and illegally cast our vote, we would not be able to even do so. Therefore, it should not be the case in the United States whatsoever. We should make sure that every person voting is at least paying taxes. Doing this ensures that they are contributing to the economy and the nation. Moreover, we can't have people voting for politicians that will not make this country better. Yes, this in turn will make this country have less people voting. It will also make sure that the people that have a say in society actually live to strive to make money, which will be a net benefit. Doing all of these things above will not only make our elections more secure, but also make the people questioning the election trust the system. So it's a benefit for everyone involved. So let's move on to the situation that happened last week. The newest wildfire in Hawaii. Yes, you heard that right. There was a second fire in Hawaii. They just do not learn their lesson. How did this happen, you may ask? Well, this month we all know about the first fire that broke out in Maui, but there was also a second one too. But no one is talking about it. And I'm being serious. No media source is giving any time to the second fire, and it's disappointing. I will keep you all updated about the situation as soon as I get the details, because nobody's even talking about it, like I said. With that being said, let's dig into the history of Burning Man. For you guys to understand this whole entire situation, we can start at the beginning. Let's look at the timeline of Burning Man. So this is a full timeline from ABC 7 News timeline. What is Burning Man? The festival's lengthy history has roots in San Francisco. It's this organization that takes place once a year where all of the people gather and just burn a 9-foot person. Okay, that's what it boils down to. In 1986, the first Burning Man on Baker Beach in San Francisco. The festival started nearly 40 years ago in June 1986 as a small ritual on Baker Beach in San Francisco with just 20 guests. They burned an 8-foot effigy called the Burning Man. The event launched a celebration of community art, self-expression, and self-resilience. More to Black Rock City, Nevada. So, 5 years later, it moved to its current location, Black Rock City in northwest Nevada. It still drew a relatively small crowd of about 250. In 2000, more than 25,000 campers go over. By the year 2000, the crowd has grown more than 25,000 campers, and the Burning Man has grown to more than 50 feet tall. In 2014, the largest Burning Man ever. In 2014, a 105-foot tall effigy was burned, the tallest ever. This event drew nearly 66,000 campers. In 2017, a camper killed in fire. So, tragedy struck in 2017. A 41-year-old man threw himself into the flames of the burning monument, and he died a day later. That was stupid. 2018 to present, larger crowd, smaller monument. From there on, the size of the burned monument got smaller each year, but the crowd size did not, peaking more than 79,000 guests in 2019, In 2020, no in-person event because of obvious reasons here, because they believe in all this stuff. 2023, torrential rain, flooding, leaves festival goers stranded. So, the remote area in northwest Nevada was hit with 2 to 3 months worth of rains, up to 0.8 inches. Oh my goodness graciousness, 0.8 inches in just 24 hours between Friday and Saturday morning. About 72,000 people remained on the site. According to a Sunday night update from Burning Man organizers, torrential rains have left attendees stranded in mud, made it nearly impossible to leave. Attendees were asked to conserve food and water and fuel. A 31-year-old man has confirmed to be dead by Pershing County Sheriff's Office. It is not known at the time of the death is related to the weather event. As of Monday afternoon, event organizers officially lifted a driving ban and said exodus operations have officially begun in Black Rock City. Okay, so you're stranded there by the event organizers and they're not doing anything to get you out of the city. That's just disturbing and disgusting. They should do more to get people out of the city because they do not deserve to be in the middle of the desert. It's just common sense. Now, with that being said, what is okay, so that is more of a timeline of it. Now, what are they actually doing? Okay, this is the question that we need. What are they actually doing? Now, why is this called Burning Man? We already talked about that. We already talked about this. So what is its purpose? Okay, so tens of thousands of people known as burners travel to Nevada to create a kind of utopia. They build villages and medical centers, an airport, and performance stages. Okay, they are forgetting about the big orgy dome, but you know, they don't want to really talk about this over on USA Today. Burning Man is about self-expression and the rejection of capitalism, and corporatism. Instead of using money, attendees borrow, barter, or trade for what they need. Oh, wait a second. So trade. So what is that? So you take one thing and then you trade it for another thing that you might need. Okay, is this called capitalism? Wait a second now. Whoa. You can't escape capitalism. People create fleeting, self-sustaining community that theoretically leaves no trace or trash upon its completion. However, the encampment is not without its problems, including drug use, arrests, and sexual assaults. The Reno Grizzly Journal reported, part of the USA Today network. Okay, so can anyone just go to Burning Man? This is the question we're all asking here. Okay, after people die at the event, can everybody go? Okay, for next year's event, we are already on the list. Okay, every person needs a valid ticket and a vehicle to pass to enter Black Rock City, the temporary city at Burning Man. Whoa, okay, so that's out of the way. Most important question, can we go? Everybody's wondering. The burning of the man is actually very attractive to a lot of people, okay? So, what are the 10 principles of Burning Man? Okay. Radical inclusion. Anyone must be a part of Burning Man, okay? Gifting. Burning Man is devoted to acts of gift giving, okay? This is known as trading. You gift somebody something and then they gift you something like cash. Wait a second now. Oh, wait, we can't have this. Decommodification, okay? So, in order to preserve the spirit of gifting, our community seeks to create social environments that are unmediated by commercial sponsorships, transactions, or advertising, which did not work because KFC actually advertised. Radical self-resilience, okay? Burning Man encourages the individual to discover, exercise, and rely on their inner resources, okay? Their inner, okay? You know, your RV that you just have within your soul, you bring that thing, okay? You're going to bring your RV, okay? Radical self-expression, okay? Radical self-expression arises from unique gifts of the individual, okay? The gift that is within, okay? That's what you give. You give yourself as a gift, okay? Commercial effort. Our community values creative cooperation and collaboration, okay? You create this Burning Man, okay, out of nothing. And then you burn it to the ground and you say, haha, F you, and then you just walk away, okay? Civic responsibility. Community members who organize events should assume responsibility for public welfare and endeavor to communicate civic responsibilities to participants, okay? Do not drive over Ed with your IV, okay? RV. You need to make sure that if Big Ed is behind you, you make sure to watch out for him, okay? Leaving no trace, okay? Do not leave your trash on the side of the highway like you've been doing for the last couple years now. Participation, okay? Our community is committed, okay? Committed to a radically participationary ethic. We believe that transformative change, whether in the individual, okay, in yourself, or in society, okay, can occur only through medium or deep personal participation, okay? My personal self is participating in this event, okay? Immediacy, okay? Immediate experience is, in many ways, the most important touchstone of our value in our culture. Oh, our culture, okay? This is the 10 commandments of Burning Man, okay? You must follow these or else you're pushed into the Burning Man itself, okay? Very, very important stuff here. Now, what exactly happened over the weekend? Okay, I do not know. This is why we're going to read the article together now. I already know, but Burning Man festival goers almost cleared to leave flooded desert. Organizers say almost cleared. Okay, your Billy Joe friend just died over here. No, it's okay. Okay, you're gonna stay here and you're gonna watch his dead corpse decapitate, decompose. Okay, and then you can leave. Okay. You need to appreciate the self within, that according to the 10 Commandments, okay? Burning Man festival goers on Monday said to expect attendees to begin leaving the event site by midday after rain and flash flooding trapped more than 70,000 festival goers, okay, in the northwestern portion of the Nevada desert over the weekend. In a statement event, officials said that the main road to enter and exit the site is drying up but remains a bit too muddy, okay? It's too muddy. Okay, you cannot have your Louis Vuitton shoes getting muddy, with standing water impacting those attempting to navigate out of Black Rock City. Exodus is planned to officially begin around noon today, Monday 9/4. Okay, this is not today. This is a few days ago. The statement reads: expect an update again in the next few hours. Burning Man Festival, which has attracted up to 100,000 people to the remote area, roughly 100 miles away from the Reno, since 1980s, describes itself as a community and global cultural movement, okay? That tests self-sufficiency, promotes radical self-expression, and principles and pinnacles at the end during the burning of the giant wooden effigy. Okay, the Burning Man was initially scheduled to happen on Sunday night, but festival goers postponed setting ablaze the effigy at the Chapel of Babel at midnight on Tuesday. The festival, known as Exodus, typically takes up to 12 hours for festival goers to leave the site, as thousands of cars and trailers drive off the playa and onto the two-lane desert highway. Festival organizers advised attendees to wait until Tuesday to depart to alleviate traffic congestion throughout the day. Thick, ankle-deep mud overwhelmed more than 70,000 people attending the annual week-long summer festival in the Nevada desert as heavy rain poured in the area for several hours, leaving festival goers stranded and forced to shelter in place and conserve resources. Okay, you need to not eat so many meatballs. You need to save that for Billy. Martin Goodwell, CEO of Burning Man Project, told NBC News on Sunday that there is no cause for panic. Okay? We're stranded here, but there's no cause for panic at all. We are very pleased and surprised that there has been such a fuss over us, she said. We've made it very clear that we do not want to see this as an evacuation situation. The water is drying up. You're fine, okay? You're running out of food and water. This is not a dire situation, okay? You can survive without food. Okay, that's what she's saying here. This year's event began on August 27th and was scheduled to end on Monday, but after heavy rains started flooding the festival site and adding to an already saturated playa on Friday night, the Bureau of Land Management and Pershing County Sheriff's Office officials closed the festival's entrance gate. Local authorities in Nevada's desert are investigating one death of Burning Man after a rain and flash flood forced tens of thousands of attendees to shelter in place and conserve resources on Saturday. Okay, so this is so funny that they're trying to conserve resources, but what they really needed is Noah's Ark. Okay, they got flooded out of the area. Although the deceased person's identity or the cause of death has not been publicly released, authorities said that family members have been notified. Burning Man officials said on Sunday that the death was unrelated to weather, and this was just because of the fact that he wanted to throw himself, much like Burning Man, he wanted to have a Burning Man on himself. Okay, that's one of the 10 commandments here. your power within self, okay? Your gift to yourself, okay? That's the gift to himself that he wanted to give. Now, with that being said, there was one more article that we're going to be reading because this is a little short of an episode because I'm very short on time. But here's the thing here. Okay, Joe Biden, this is I have no transition, okay? We're just going to go right into it. Joe Biden, okay? Yo, speaking of Joe Biden, we have him saying that he does not have a vacation house in Delaware. So he's homeless every time he goes to Delaware. It doesn't make any sense. He goes on the beach and he sits there shirtless and he looks ugly and he's an old man, okay? We already know all this. But he's not homeless. He's a multi-millionaire. Okay, Biden insists Delaware beach house trip is not a vacation and he says that he has no home to go to. Okay, President Joe Biden on Sunday told reporters that even though that he was in Republic Beach house, he was not actually on vacation, okay? This is not a vacation. This is a getaway. Okay, there's two different things here. Biden said that the Secret Service is working on his other home in Wellington, Delaware to make it secure. Okay, the reason I'm here today just for one day. I know people say, I'm on vacation. I'm not. Biden said while leaving mass at St. Almond Roman Catholic Church in Rehoboth Beach. I have no home to go to. Secret Service has torn up my house in a good way to make it secure. So I have no place to go to when I come to Delaware except here right now. I'm only here for one day. The reporter then asked Biden whether he was homeless, to which the president replied, "Oh, I'm not homeless. I have one home. I have a beautiful home. I'm down here for one day because I can't go home. But you're at the beach. You can stay in Washington, D.C., where the White House is. You could easily do that." Okay. According to the New York Post, Biden has said that the Secret Service has been doing work, including installing bulletproof windows at his Wellington residence since April. The president departed Delaware at 7:15 a.m. ET on Monday and arrived in Philadelphia shortly after, according to the public schedule. The day before, he had no official events scheduled, and he was expected to return to Washington on Monday evening. While in Philadelphia, Biden delivered a Labor Day speech to sheet metal workers in Local 19 on the importance of unions. During his address, the president touted Bidenomics. The Biden administration is replacing trickle-down economics with what everyone on Wall Street is referring to these days as Bidenomics, and guess what? It's working. It's about building the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. This is what he says. The recent report from the Post referred to the president as a slacker in chief and found that since taking office, he has spent 40% of his presidency on, quote, personal overnight trips away from the Biden White House. That adds up to a part of 382 of the 957 days the president has been in office as early as this month, according to the Post. With millions of illegal immigrants pouring across our borders, violent crime is surging, inflation is crushing hard-working Americans, our enemies are around the world, and they are emboldened. Rep. Elsie Stanfrank, Republican from New York, told the outlet regarding Biden's vacation time. Meanwhile, Joe Biden is filmed on the beach with his handlers, preventing him from speaking to the media to answer basic questions Americans deserve answers to. After Biden's most recent comments, the House Judiciary GOP posted on X, there are approximately 30,000 homeless veterans in the United States, but Joe Biden, who has 2 homes, plus the White House, says that he has nowhere to go to. Unbelievable. Yeah, and I completely agree with this article here because he does not want to help the veterans. He does not want to help anyone but himself because he wants to just take the vacation time in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, so we can just sit there shirtless like a pathetic little potato that he is, okay? I'm sorry, but it's true. With that being said, we're going to be summing up the video here because that is the majority of the headlines that are actually interesting for this weekend, but we will be having a full-length show on Friday, and then I'm going to be uploading an extra on Saturday to make up for the one video that I did not post on Monday. But with that being said, that we're going to end off the video here. Thank you all for watching. I hope they have a great rest of your day. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe down below because I do post new episodes of the show every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you all for watching. I hope they have a great rest of your day. Demetrius Urijo Show is sponsored. The Demetrius Urijo Show is actually copyright 2023 at Urijo Studios. Thank you all for watching. I hope they have a great rest of your day.